covering a most important aspect of the Indian gold supply chain is Dr. Sangurmath, who shall be talking about the reforms in gold exploration and mining in India. Sir is an accomplished geologist and mining expert with over 35 years of experience. With a strong foundation in detailed exploration, he gained extensive experience in underground and open pit mining. He was former executive director and board of director at the SGML. He has been awarded the National Mineral Award from Government of India for gold deposit discovery. Sir, please.
Respected colleagues and my dear students, it is really a great pleasure to me to be here. From last 35 years I was only in the underground. For sometimes I am now on the surface. Now I want to say that what is happening to the gold mining industry, especially exploration and mining in India, and what we can do through IGPC to the government as a mediator. This I want to bring into the highlight of that one, summary I want to bring it. So, reforms in the gold exploration and mining in India, challenges and opportunities. So, amongst all the metal, earth, gold is the very precious, we know that one. Gold mining involves identifying, exploration, extracting of the mining gold resources hidden in the earth which are of no value unless it is extracted. The gold mining process involves a huge employment generation, improvement in the socio-economic conditions and growth in the economy. As far as the demand of the gold, we know that one it is more than about 1,100 tons, whereas our domestic production is only 1.7 tons from the mine. I am telling this is 1.7 ton is from the mine. To meet the domestic demand, India and over an import approximately about 800 tons, more than this. The higher import demand of the gold has historically been significant component on current account deficit of India. Thus, there exists a huge gap between the demand and indigenous production of the gold, which is likely to continue unless some key reforms in the gold mining industry are to be implemented on a fast track. So, gold reserve, this is as on 2023, there is a mistake. The gold ore reserves available in India, which is proved by the government and private agencies, about a 500 million tons. In terms of metal, it is going to be 654 tons. It is a metal. So, exploration is a very risky mission. Gold, especially gold exploration, risky, because if you do the 1,000 mineral prospects found, only hundreds are the recurrence drill tested and 10 are intensively drill tested. Only one will become the mine. This is the risk involved in the gold exploration. About 95 tons of gold metal is categorized as a reserves, economically mineable, and resources of gold is about 470 tons of gold metal identified by the Geological Survey of India, Mineral Exploration Corporation, Hatti Gold Mines and other agencies. India is characterized by the large number of the small gold occurrences. However, these resources await a upgradation by substantial deep diamond drilling. So, gold mining in India exists right from the pre-Ashokan period, and the rediscovery of various gold fields took place after reopening of the Kolar gold field in 1880. Considering the deep mining 3 km depth, economic and administrative problem, BGML, that is Kolar gold mine, was closed operations in 2001. Presently, the primary gold production from the Hatti gold mines, which is a government of Karnataka organization, produces about 1.7 tons of the gold per annum. SGML has a gold reserves of 18 million tons of 4.1 grams tons in its leasehold area. Apart from this one, small quantity of the gold is produced from the Hindustan Copper Limited. Reforms in gold mining industry. The government key objectives of reforms in a mineral sectors are accelerated the growth of mining industry, increasing the mine production and phase of exploration, and transparency in allocation of the mineral concessions, generate a large employment, enhance the private investment in the mineral sector, reducing the imports. This is after extensive consultation with the states, industry association, miners and other stakeholders. Ministry of Mines, Government of India brought the mineral auction rule. So, totally this next slide. So, these are all the gold blocks auctioned right after the auctioning rules in the different states, which is Andhra Pradesh, Jharkhand, Karnataka. These are all the different blocks have been auctioned, and this is another list. There are totally 22 gold blocks have been auctioned in the gold block so far. So these are all the recently auctioned gold blocks in 2024 and 25. These are 25, they will be finally bidded. This is about 9 blocks recently. So these are all the other minerals auctioned, about 441 blocks of the including the gold minerals. These are all the different states. Now the first ever auction of the gold mine of the country has already taken place in Chhattisgarh in 2016. Still there is an exploration program is going on there. And there are about 22, earlier only the exploration was carried out by the government organizations. Now the private organizations have been also given the opportunity for the exploration. 22 private agencies which are engaged in the mineral exploration with the amendment of the Mines and Mineral Acts 2021. Private agencies can also participate in exploration in mineral sector after getting the duly accredited from the Quality Council of India. So these are all the benefits of the gold mining. We all know very well: employment, energy sector, manufacturing sectors, transport, commercial, skill development, export, government revenue, and contribution to make in India and a smart cities and a linkage to the other jobs. India has an unemployment about in 2020 but 7.1% in highest since 1991. Mining sector has a potential to generate around 500 crore jobs by 2025. In this, gold mining can create about a plus 1 lakh jobs for the rural area. For every tons of the gold mined, about 100 to 120 crores goes into the local rural economy in the form of the wages, industries, skill development, materials, machinery supply, housing, road, health, etc. Mining can provide significant employment opportunities in a rural area, and currently the Hatti Gold Mines has employs about 5,000 skilled workers for the mining. The gold mining helps to, this is an auction policy analysis. Now what is happened to the auctioning after auctioning this one? In a May 2016, Parliament has approved the amendment of the Act of 1957, which has allowed a private companies to bid for a mining leases versus a competitive auction process, and proposed that mining lease for the major minerals to be granted for a period of 50 years compared to the previous 30-year limit. During the 12th 5-year plan period, gold production was projected at 44 tons. However, the actual production is just 7.5 tons. Clearly, the role of a private sector is a very crucial role in developing the mining sector. In 2016 amendment of the MMRD Act 1957 has allowed the private companies also to bid for the mining leases through competitive processes. However, no such much progress has happened on the ground, as only the Vedanta Resources is having successfully bid for the one of the gold mine. So as per the MMRD Act 2021, it has agreed to repay the compensation of the prospecting and reconnaissance to be reimbursed for the cost of whatever the exploration cost is there. There is also to be privately, partly will be reimbursed by the government. So the gold mining policy in the country will allow foreign players to participate in a bidding process. The gold exploration in India is cheaper than the rest of the world. The global cost of mining is about 950 to 1000 rupees per dollars an ounce to underground. For an open pit mine in a Garjur, for example, cost is only about 400 to 600 for an ounce. Here, because of the labor cost and other things are very less here. First come, first serve system was not effective in India. It has to be examined for the amendment. So limitations and way forward of the auctioning. Auctioning is yet to attract the FDI and technically competent junior exploration companies, as the same is not in tune with the international laws governing the grant of mineral concessions. The auction system does not encourage the junior exploration companies because it does not support the exploration to be carried out like a commercial business. These roads and other areas has to be taken care of the government. Blocks granted for the auctioning system would go for the mining of the cream and ignore the marginal grade due to the pressure of sharing of the 100% committed revenue to the mineral conservation. Auctioning mode of the work to some extent granted to the mining leases for the bulk minerals like iron ore, limestone, manganese, chromite, bauxite, which formed 90% of all the blocks auctioned so far. In fact, out of the 184 blocks auctioned during 2015 to July 2020, only 13 blocks are deep seated minerals and non-bulk minerals like gold, diamond, copper. No one of the other zinc and PG, platinum group of minerals, nickel, cobalt has not been done. The auction mood is yet to be re-examined for the discovery of the development of the deep seated deposit. After successful exploration and auctioning and all, this government has to support for the environmental clearance and execution of the leases. Next, pollution control board. Now for our thing, what work we have to carry out, the research work and all through the IGPC and all. The IGPC will work closely with the government and industry for providing a meaningful policy advisory for mapping all the segments of the gold value chain for informed reform impact. For research, engagement, policy recommendations and training, a lot can be accomplished by designing a novel landscape in India gold sector and carve out a niche the global gold industry. IGPC and Ministry of Mines, Government of Kenya interface a meeting on a regular basis. A skill plan has to be prepared keeping in mind the state of art exploration, mining, metallurgy technology of underground and open pit gold mining. The import regulations related to the dore to be examined with allowing a import for artisanal miners with a proper due diligence. So, initiative needed from within the industry in the form of a self-assessment of the existing practices. The assessing the future gold mining through sustainable livelihood framework and make a better policies for a community development in rural areas and employment generation opportunities. To make India the global gold mining hub, it is necessary to identify the inefficiencies involved in the Indian gold mining and to create a momentum to remove such inefficiencies in a gradual but a steady manner. Further, the institutional and policy level issues associated with the various sections of the gold mining have to be addressed by the government in coordination with the efficient regulatory bodies. This will help to take necessary measures to pave way the significant expansion and further development of the Indian gold market. There is a need of a policy paper strengthening the gold mining industry in the country. The mining industry has to be working on a generic amendments in the Mines and Mineral Development Regulations and Act and will have a beneficial impact on the prospecting and gold mining India. Hence, IGPC will work intensely with the Ministry of Mines concerned gold, defining the new area for the gold mining. About 400 gold prospects, occurrences and gold shows are known to exist in different parts of the country. All these prospects should be intensively explored by the deep diamond drilling and exploratory mining and for the mining feasibility studies subsequent for the gold mining. CSR, corporate social efforts, should be aiming for eradication of illiteracy, minimizing a child and mortality and poverty alleviation, affordable health and care for the village mining area. The best time for significantly stepping up the research, exploration and products is now, as the gold is enjoying all the time high market. IGPC can be the bridge between the government authorities and gold miners and explorers. Thank you.